everybody, thank you for coming back to another Kucho Girl video. Today I am singing Nubui Kuduchi. Nubui Kuduchi is a very well-known song because it is a classical dance number. It's a men's classical dance number, and it's performed rather widely. This is one of those numbers that's often done for concerts and important events. The reason why I chose today's song is not necessarily because of its dance importance or because of its the meaning of the song, although the meaning of the song is very important. I chose this song because the lyrics, how I describe the lyrics, or how I actually am transcribing it in the description portion of this video, has been giving me a little bit of problems. I've been struggling with how do I write in the description part the lyrics in Japanese or in Okinawan, and then I write it in romaji for people who cannot read Japanese or are still learning. I struggle with this because in the Kunkunshi books, the lyrics are written in a Japanese way. In fact, the books, although they've been published rather recently, the books actually are in the same format as it was written, I believe, at the turn of the 19th to the 20th century. So even the lyrics, how it's written in Japanese, but it's also written in a Taisho era kind of Japanese. So of course language modernizes and it changes with the times, but in the Kunkunshi books, when I first started to learn this music, I struggled to even read it because not only did I have to eventually learn how to read something in Japanese, but then be able to sing it in Okinawan. Oftentimes some of the lyrics were written in a way that was very dated, and I had to eventually learn how to, for instance, you have mi-u shoved together and it turns into myo. So how things were written back then and how it's read now is very different. So I just wanted to speak a little bit about the difference between the Japanese language and Uchinaguchi, or the Okinawan language. Just even saying that is a little bit controversial, because I believe that there may be some people who feel that Okinawan language is a dialect as opposed to being a language outright. There are many similarities between Japanese and Okinawan, but as I learn music and as I learn culture, I'm also seeing that there are tremendous differences between Okinawan and Japanese, and I feel that music is one of the best ways of learning Ryukyu poetry, and the Ryukyu classical music is a wonderful way of learning that aspect of the cultures, learning the language. For instance, just to kind of give you an idea of how pronunciation is different, just in the first verse, the first lyric is tabi nu. Tabi as in a journey, nu. If you were to say it in Japanese, it would be tabi no. But in the Okinawan language, the no turns into nu. And that's one of the differences. There are certain vowel sounds in Japanese that change when spoken in Okinawan. So a stays a, u stays u, e stays e. But sometimes o turns into u. Sometimes e turns into e. Sometimes connectors like mo turns into a sound. So these are things that I struggle with when I'm writing the lyrics out in the description, because I'm not always sure if I should write the Japanese portion in Japanese, which is how it's written in the Kunkunshi, or if I should mimic more of the Uchinaguchi pronunciation. So, please forgive me, because yes, I toggle back and forth between it. If any of you have a suggestion or preference as to how you think it should be, please write it in the comments. I'm always very happy to know what you think. I started off writing it in the Uchinaguchi format so that when it's in romaji, it translates similarly. But then I thought maybe I should stick to the Kunkunshi format, because that's how it is in the book. When we learn it, that's how it is in the book. So who am I to change it to Uchinaguchi all of a sudden? But the whole purpose of this, of our channel, the whole purpose of my channel is to have these kinds of discussions, or to even think about these types of issues, because one of the things that I hope I can encourage is for people outside of Okinawa to become interested in the music, in the language, in the culture, in the dance, in the instruments. And I think this is a very important part of the conversation. So please let me know what you think. In the description for this song, I know I didn't talk really about the song today, although the song is very important. I will have the lyrics, and I will put it in romaji, and I will do a description of the song in English, a translation. I do feel though that I need to give more time to this song, because the meaning of this song is very significant, and the history behind this song is also very significant. But there's a lot of words in this song, and I thought it would be a good opportunity to kind of highlight the differences between Japanese language and what I think is Okinawan language, not to be offensive to anybody who feels that it's a dialect, but I believe it is a language. And when looking at the comparison, when comparing the two, I think it might be a good exercise in recognizing the differences between these two forms of speech. So today's song is Nubui Kuduchi. There will be the sanching and the kucho as well, but take a look at the description area and let me know what you think. Keep it Japanese, change it to Uchinaguchi. It'll be a very interesting, I'm very interested to know what everybody thinks. Thank you. Thank you.